Hello there, I'm Mallrat208, and this is another episode of A New Horizon, my Feed the Beast Horizons Let's Play / Discovery. Today we're going to be focusing on mostly getting things here working a little bit better and a little bit smoother in preparation for some automation and just general housekeeping stuff. So one of the main things I need to do is I need to start automating some of this brick production. I'm going to be using a lot of it for what I have planned, and at the moment I'm just crafting it by hand, and that's unacceptable. I'm also going to be looking at a way to control my energy use here by automating the turning off of these dynamos when energy is not needed. Because right now it's wasting a little bit of hydrogen just running idle. Of course right now it's actually powering my machines up there, so. And I'm also going to be looking at a way to boost my algae production down here. I believe I know how to, thanks to somebody in the Thermal Expansion 3 IRC chat. And on top of that, I'm going to get started, or at least start playing around with Witchery to see what that stuff's about. So to get started, I need to go ahead and gather a few things up, and then I will see you in a few moments. Alright, so the first thing we're going to get started with is a cyclic assembler to put right here to autocraft stone bricks. They're actually fairly easy to make. We have it right here. It is just a chest, machine frame, 2 tin gears, 2 copper ingots, and a redstone reception coil. So we're going to go ahead and make this really quickly. Just make one. I thought that would have cleared it. Okay. There we go, chest. I forgot the copper. And here I thought, no, today I'll be with the game. I'll know exactly what I'm doing. Nope. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we're going to just put it right there. Configuration, we want it to output to the top. It's already getting the stone, that's good. Alright, and I need to make some, a schematic. I believe the schematic is paper and blue dye. There we go. Schematic blank. Let's see if this works. Oh, so how exactly do you write the schematic to this? Okay, so apparently you can't. You know what? There's another option. I think there's another way that I can go ahead and make a schematic that's got to be bugged at the moment. There is another crafting table from Thermal Expansion that uses schematics. There we go. It's the machinist workbench. See, chest, crafting table, paper, tin, copper, tin. We can do that. Chest, crafting table. Wow, I was totally off. Okay, so crafting table, chest, copper, copper, paper, and then tin all around. Tell you what, let's go ahead and get rid of that for now. Alright, so we're back. We just had a little crash there, and in the process I managed to lose my machinist workbench that I had made. That kind of stinks, but I believe I have fixed the problem. There was a conflict between the exact mod crafting tables and random things and their coloring of crafting tables. So let's go ahead and see if I can break this or if it's going to cause an issue still. Okay, we're good. Okay. So yeah, if you have horizons, you might want to turn off the option for coloring crafting tables inside of the random things config. Alright. However, I unfortunately need this again since I have to recraft the table, which means I need more wood. Sad sigh. Sad, sad sigh. Alright, let's see. It is... I'm not going out there right now, it's too dark. So, I'm going to go ahead and sleep the night away, and then I'll join back up with you after I have the table recrafted. Alright, so I am back with much wood. Alright, so to get started, we're going to go ahead and break down the wood I need for the various bits and bobs of this. Start off with the chest. Crafting table. This is probably seeming really old by now. Alright. Boom. And then we'll just put this down. And you are going to die a horrible death at one point to your crafting table. You know what? I don't want to see any more go away. I'll just hide this in here for now. Alright, so now what I originally wanted to do is I wanted to use this workbench here to actually write a schematic. If I go ahead and put the blank schematic in there, and I don't have the stone. Alright. Alright, so we have the smooth stone, and we're going to tell it that we want to make stone bricks, and we're going to tell it write schematic. Now over here the schematic now says 4 times stone brick, and then it has the recipe as to what it's doing, as what it's called, and I believe that's OR dictionary name. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. And we're going to put it in the cyclic assembler here in the middle slot. And this should almost immediately start crafting stuff at a fairly good clip. Nice. Very nice. Alright. So the only other thing that I really need to do for this is either create a... You know what, I'm not going to. I am going to get this again, because I lack proper foresight. Since I currently have no place to put this crafting table that's totally out of the way, let's put it down there. And you are coming with me. There we go. That's going to slowly convert all of my cobblestone into stone bricks. And we'll be able to use that for our project a little bit later. Very nice. Alright, so next up on the agenda, we're going to go ahead and dig into the wall here and make it so that when this hardened energy cell is full, these engines turn off. To do that though, I need to actually go ahead and make a few things from Ender IO. Mostly I need to make a fluid conduit and some redstone conduits. To do that, I'm going to need the alloy smelter, which I already have here set up, and apparently making stone bricks. Alright, so let's go ahead and dump this in here. Okay, you can go in the barrel, and all of you can go in there. Slightly better. No, get out of there. Okay, so what I need to make from Ender IO, I need to make a fluid conduit, and I need to make some of the, where are they? Redstone conduits right here. The redstone conduits are fairly straightforward. They're just the redstone alloy, which is redstone and silicon cooked up in the alloy smelter. To get the silicon, I can just use the sag mill to, I believe, just grind down sand. And you can do so for clay as well. It's only a 40% chance on clay, though. And, oh, it's only half the time on sand. Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to need probably about half a stack, so if I feed it... let's feed it about a stack of sand. And we gotta get brick for that. Okay, sag mill is in the chest over here. Alright, and does the cable extend this far? Yeah, I know this isn't the right tool. Alright, so we're back with a little bit more conduit. We're just going to lay it out here and pop down the sag mill. It's getting a little close to the smelter, but it's not an issue as of yet. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and process the stack of sand. It's unfortunately not too terribly fast. Is there a way to make these things go faster? Let's see. Quartz reservoir, alloy smelter, sag mill, metal transceiver, capacitor bank, which I think is just their energy storage. Power monitor. Does not look like there's a way to speed these machines up, unfortunately. Alright, so we have our redstone alloy right now. I do not believe that I need to actually create any of the insulated conduits. Though, to be honest with you, that would not be a terribly bad idea. I'm, however, lazy, so we're not going to be doing that. Let's go ahead and get the alloys, crafting grid. Alright, so we got the redstone conduit. Up next is going to be some fused quartz. Where to go? Fused quartz, which is 4 nether quartz and the alloy smelter. And I am going to need 3 of those, which means I'll need 12 quartz. So while my other stuff is cooking, you can see one of my problems down here. I'm using power right now quicker than it's being generated. I have a few ways I could fix this. I could expand the collection area to this. But my other option is to actually break out my new favorite block, the autonomous activator, and try a few more stupid watering can tricks. This is actually compliments of someone from the Thermal Expansion 3 IRC chat room. And I was told that if you use an autonomous activator with a watering can on algae, it really speeds up the growth. Alright. At least it would speed up the growth if I was paying attention. See, I have iron, tin. So I have redstone. Let's get some cobblestone. And I have glass. Okay, good. I have everything I need. So let's clear this. Let's make 4 activators. Okay, let's get the recipe showing first. That was the wrong button. Okay. So it's a piston, chest, 10 ingots, and a servo. Alright, so I'm going to want 4 of the activators, which means I'm going to need 8 wood. Go, craft the pistons up. So the thing that I have left now is going to be these servos, which are iron and glass. And redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tin. Alright, so I have the 4 activators. And I also need to get watering cans. I don't believe I have any cooked up ready to go, but I do have the materials needed to craft them. I'm going to start over this side first. The trick is going to be getting out of here. So does it need to actually go on the, see, right click, first slot, aim low. I wonder, does it need to go on the empty spot or on the algae? Alright, so let's turn particles on, make sure this is actually doing... No, it's got to be. I'm moving slow. I could just be in the way. let's just go ahead and get the other stuff installed. Okay, so apparently that is working quite well. I'm actually getting a surplus. I just can't see it because it's actually breaking as soon as it forms. Okay, so that is quite good. Alright, so pretty soon, once I get a surplus in here, let's actually go take some of this out. Put some in there. Get back in there. And put it in there. Alright, and as soon as it hits day, which is going to be far too long of a wait, we're actually going to speed this up a little bit. I should have some glowstone or some illuminators around here that I can use. Alright. This is not going to be a pretty solution, but it is going to be a functional solution, at least for now. See how far away this needs to be for it to function. I got a wrench. Alright, so that's not enough light. Alright, we'll see if this is enough. That should decrease in a second. Yep, it's working. Okay. So what I'm probably going to do is, just for the sake of convenience, I'm going to move the barrel up to here and then just line this with illuminators. For the moment, I just have glowstone, so that's what I got, so it's what we're going to use. So this requires light level 15. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Requires light level 15, which means pretty much the only thing that I'm going to get that's going to supply it right now is glowstone. Torches are 14, which is just not enough. However, this should be a nice little increase to my production of hydrogen. Yeah, there we go. I think I might actually have a positive output now, so that's good. Alright, so the fused quartz is done. We're going to go ahead and mix it with the wrong crafting device, fused quartz, and the binder composite, which is still over here. Alright, so we get the fluid conduit, I have redstone conduit, I have a redstone torch, and my comparator, so that's good. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put a redstone comparator off the back of this hardened energy cell. Its output will scale based on the amount of redstone flux stored in the cell. At a completely full, it'll be the equivalent of a redstone torch, or is what we're going to be using a lever, which I should not waste any more wood since I have some right here. Yeah, I think I'd have a supply of levers by now. I don't. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the comparator down behind here. I'm going to put a lever on this brick right here. This will be my master on-off for the limiting system. And, well, tell you what, let me go ahead and just start clearing some of the stuff out. It'll be a little bit easier to explain if you can see what I'm doing. Alright. And we'll pick these up since they're in the way at the moment. I'm wasting a little bit of hydrogen, but I can get over that. So what I need to do is I need to get the fluid conduits. Oh, they don't support microblocks. Okay. Tell you what. Do you want to do it that way? Let's see, I made 8. Okay, I'll tell you what we're actually going to do is we're going to pipe it in the bottom, since you won't be able to see if I don't have the microblocks on the bottom piece. Alright, I think I need to whack it with a wrench to get it to connect. There we go. Alright, so that's going to function just like the fluid duct would, except it's going to move water rather. See, we're all good to go. The hydrogen we have in here is burning up. I might be able to actually finish without noticing a power drop. So we're just going to put these in just like so. And that should have a connection running to the top of the device. Just going to go out the back. Alright, so we're back. So I went ahead and I moved the hardened energy cell over a little bit so that it will be flush with the wall here. Part of the reason that I am doing this is I want the way that I get the power out of this to be a little bit less visible. One of the side products is that now with the energy conduits on this particular line, I can actually put covers on it so they're out of sight, and these ones here will remain out of sight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and connect the power up through the top of the energy cell. Let's go ahead and set this to not connect on the right just for now. So we'll connect and we'll connect. So right now I should have full drain on my machines. Of course I have a full tank of hydrogen, so I'm pretty good there. So these are not powered, as are the bank upstairs. So the main trick for what I want to do here is I need to go ahead and lay down some bricks. I guess we'll use cobblestone for now. It's going to be hideous. Tell you what, do we have any? We do. Okay. Okay, that's acceptable. Anyway, so we're going to have this here. We're going to have a comparator off of it. Good. We're going to have a cobblestone block with some redstone dust. No, there we go. Like so. Stone bricks. Bam. We are going to tell this to ignore redstone. Good, it already is. So right now there is no power coming out. We are going to run our Alright, so what I should need to do to get this working is just put a block right there. Now just for example, this should not be sending any signal out because it is not full. We'll go ahead and turn the lever off and we have power going through. Alright, so we actually need these to be set to low, which they are, so we're good here. Now to simulate a break in the draw of power, what we're going to do is go ahead and take off the conduit right here. That should let power build up. Oh, that was quick. Alright. Okay, so it's still going to go through because it has no draw. Let's go ahead and put this back. And there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill in some of these holes here. about getting the correct brick for that later. So right now we have an auto-controlled on-off for our hardened energy cell using some basic redstone. We have supercharged the algae production over here. This is actually pretty crazy. When I get a chance, I'll replace this glowstone with an actual illuminator. I wonder. Yeah, I think the blue looks better. Okay. And it looks to still be functional, so that's good. Alright, we have plenty of stone bricks in production. Alright, so what was the other thing we wanted to do? Alright, so the last thing that I wanted to get started off today was with Witchery. And it feels kind of appropriate because I believe that this house that I'm in right here is actually a structure that Witchery originally created. I have since greatly expanded upon it, some for good, some for ill. But we're going to be getting a little bit more Witchery in it. And to do so, we're going to revisit my long since abandoned top floor, which is in dire need of windows. Yeah, it really needs windows. But what we're going to get started with is we're going to go ahead and make a witch's oven and a fume funnel, excuse me. So the witch's oven is made using iron bars, 5 iron ingots, and a bucket. Fairly easy. At least it would be easy if I had the iron ingots. Let's try that again. Okay, so we have witch's oven. I'm going to clear that. Then we're going to make a fume funnel. I am a bucket short, are you kidding me? Okay. Alright, fume funnel. Oh. There you go, glowstone. Oh, that's just not even funny. Okay. Bucket, 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 bucket. Alright, bars, glowstone, lava, fume funnel. Oh, and I get one of the buckets back. That's good. So we're just going to set this up right here. And I'm assuming that goes on top of it. I wonder if I actually needed to make that. I don't know, but that looks actually pretty. It's a neat little structure. Alright, and so this is used to, looks like it'll burn oak saplings into wood ash. I'm guessing it produces these? See, how do you make the clay jars? So just 4 clay balls. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Clay should be here. Tell you what, you're coming with me upstairs. So are you. Just so we don't have to run back up and downstairs for some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get the... Let's make about half a stack or so. Okay, so while that's cooking up, let's get some... Well, actually, let's see what this does. So you can make exhale the horned one, hint of rebirth. Breath of the goddess. I wonder if this is exactly per sapling. So I don't think I have any rowan saplings. Nor hawthorn. See, what is exhale of the horned one used for? Creating voodoo dolls. And altars. Alright. It's used for making distillery, which requires an attuned stone, which I do not have. Requires whiff of magic, which requires rowan. Let's check the more or less plant section. Let's E, no, I do not have any rowan. Alright, so it was worth checking. So let's go ahead and grab a handful. Alright, that should be it. Yep, that's it. Alright, so clay jars. So, assuming this goes here, put a fuel source down here and see if this does anything. So we're burning a white cherry sapling, we have some clay jars in here. We get a foul fume, as well as wood ash. See, the wood ash can be used to make quick lime. It can be used to get additional bone meal from bones. Alright, and a quicklime with a foul fume in a distillery gives you a slime ball, gypsum, and a oil of vitriol. What's the gypsum used for? Okay, to make ritual chalk. It's just a refined form, okay. Okay, so let's see what a first sapling does. It's a fairly fast machine, and I wonder if I can... Okay, so it's a multi-block. So that didn't actually make anything. It did look like it consumed a clay jar, though. Okay, so that definitely did not consume a clay jar, it just didn't do anything. Maybe it is random whether it does anything. Okay, let's get that out of there. Let's go ahead and put the birch in there. Yeah, voodoo poppet. Requires mandrake. I actually have that. I don't think I have belladonna though. And I definitely don't have any moss. Alright, so this is actually looking like something that's going to take a fairly good amount of time to get into. So rather than go ahead and start this off right now, we're going to go ahead and call it, and next episode I'll be back with a much better grasp of the basics of this, and hopefully we'll be able to create some interesting machines. Well, we'll be able to create some interesting magic, perhaps. I do know this, I'm going to need to go exploring for trees and saplings, and I'm going to need to expand my garden to include some of the witchery plants. I've already got some mandrake that I can start growing, as well as some, where'd it go? I have snowbell seeds down there, mandrake, and water artichoke guys, so I just need to find some belladonna, which I may have, I'm not sure, I need to go sort through my mass. And after we get done with that, coming up is going to be finally getting my stuff together and organized, and just less of a horrible mess. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave a message below. This is Mara28 saying have a good night.